This week we are building a wood-fired rocket kiln that will hopefully get up to cone 10 using only scrap pallet wood and just little sticks and twigs for under $200. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Terraform Homestead. We've been taking a break from the channel for a little bit, and I've been pursuing some other hobbies and crafts and stuff, but I am excited to be back here. We're going to take you through the full process of building a wood-fired rocket kiln, and stick around. You guys can win one of the pieces that we are going to be firing in this kiln. What is a rocket kiln? This is what we're going to be building right here. These are not my plans. These are Lisa Orr's plans, who is the queen of the rocket kiln. And the general idea of this is that you have a firebox here and a place for air to go in. The flames go down through a chimney into your old electric kiln and then up and out. This will be a cross-draft kiln, and we're going to be using these plans, which I will link below. So, kind of cool about these is a lot of these bricks I got from an old vintage, like early 1900s home in Bisbee. And what that means is that these are actually good for fire bricks as well. I'm still going to use our primary fire brick for the main heat, but these will still be good. You can see there's a difference. These kind of like more rustic-y looking ones, those are going to be the old bricks. And then we have some newer bricks and some very new brick. So we're ready to start actually building this out. I think this is going to be really interesting because my brick sizes are slightly different. The fun part is I printed this in black and white, and so this designates the color or the what brick you're supposed to use. I'm going to go get my laptop and we're going to work from that. Okay, so next step, we need to get our fire grate made, and the plans recommend a old kiln shelf cut down. I do not have any kiln shelves, so we're gonna cut down this expanded steel. We've got the flame going on it, but it's not like the hottest of flames. So this is basically giving a place for the ash to fall through. This is most of the lower brickwork done. This is gonna be real interesting because I still gotta put the kiln on top of this, so that's what they said, 10 layers, so we're gonna have to be getting a ladder to load this kiln. So I think next step is getting the supports, the center block supports, getting a hole cut in the kiln, and then starting to get this assembled. All right, next step is to get this kiln up on this platform and probably throw my back out doing it, so this should be fun. That wasn't too bad. I just took one of the bricks off the front. You can see there's a pretty significant gap here. So what we're gonna do with that is use a product called K-Wool, which is this like white insulation looking thing over here. I just ordered some to fill up that gap. So I think that's going to wrap it up for today. I am going to go get a couple more cinder blocks. This says we only need 9, but I put an extra couple on the back. I want to really just make this really secure. Got our holes cut in our kiln, so this is the bottom. That's where the flame's going to come in. We'll put a little wall, and then this is going to be where the chimney connects. And yeah, I got some K-Wool ordered, so that'll fill in the gap here. And then we can start doing the cob work once Let's test it a little bit, and I got the bricks and stuff in. Good morning, good morning. We're back out here and tried to go get cinder blocks yesterday, and Home Depot told me they had 800 in stock but could not find any of them. So that's really fun. So my first thing today is I'm going to start tearing down this quote-unquote garden bed that I attempted at one point. The little rosemary plants over there is the only one that survived. So we're going to steal some cinder blocks from here, get our kiln base finished out. Got our chimney cut, we got our cable, so this is sticking up quite a bit because I noticed our platform is a little bit tilted down, so I'm going to have to shim up on this side. But what this is doing is basically creating a nice gasket, so that way there's no heat loss in between. And then this will, in theory, squish this down and create that really nice seals. I ended up cutting down these guys just so it kind of fits a little bit better. And then this is some of the kiln brick that I cut out from here and down there, just kind of creating a little ramp, so hopefully that kind of funnels the airflow up. I also didn't want that direct heat, because I mean we'll get up to like 2200-2300 degrees in this, to be directly on the cinder blocks. So there's a pretty thick chunky piece of kiln brick, and then just cut some of these angles out, and I'm going to put some refractory cement to just kind of really smooth this over and give the flame a direct path out. So here's the tricky part. I am very fortunate that this came with this kind of like jog out 45. So what I think I'm gonna have to do is actually cut down this. So this is gonna be my foundation. This was just off of, I think, the old heater that was in my studio. But I'm gonna cut down this. That'll give me a good square base to seal, and then I can stick this in there. And then I think that's gonna jog out this way and up, because the issue I'm having is not being able to get the chimney tight against the kiln and also open up the lid to actually be able to load stuff. So did a town run and got some more refractory cement, so I'm gonna use that as kind of basically a mortar to get this really nice and solid. The thing that I am trying to figure out and think about is our damper. So I really like to fire in what's called a reduction atmosphere, where basically the flame steals all the oxygen and you get some cool effects with the pottery. And for that, I need to put a damper in here. My thought right now is to extend out this metal plate, and then I can cut a little channel in here, here, and here for that damper, and still have this supported. So I'm gonna see if I can weld onto this. I think it's probably steel plate, and add some little supports basically. So we'll create a bridge that'll go on, create something like that. So I can actually extend this out quite a bit more too. And then our chimney will go on top. We have our chimney on. I figured out how the lid opening thingy works, so that's really cool. And yeah, here we are. I do still want to do cob over this entire thing to help insulate it a little bit more, fill in a bunch of gaps, and make it look less like a stack of bricks. Do some kind of cool stuff on it, but this is basically the extent of it. So we have our firebox here. I'm gonna do a little test firing and just see if everything's working, see where we need to seal up. I do see gaps right there. So I think we're gonna do a little fire, get this started up, hopefully let some of this refractory cement dry up before tonight. I think it's bad if the refractory cement freezes while it is still wet, and it's supposed to freeze tonight. So we're gonna try and get that dried up a little bit and just test it out and see if it works. All right, here we go. Here. That's awesome. Okay, so you can already see that flame getting sucked up into the kiln. The way I've got this oriented, our wind typically comes from this direction, so I'm hoping that'll kind of help direct some of the flame, or direct some of the wind to get a bigger flame, I guess. And then kind of play with it. Let's see on the inside. See smoke coming smoke coming up. This is absolutely wild. You can see flame going crazy in there. I'll end up sealing that up with cob, but that's just freaking wild. I just hear it screaming. This is going to be such a nightmare to load. But you can see that flame coming through. That is hot already. Okay, so we've been going for just literally minutes here, and we're not sealed at all, really. We're up to 200 and something inside of this kiln, 240. I'm gonna feed in just what I have here and just let it burn down to nothing, and then we'll test again and see where we're at. But it's kind of cool. We don't see any smoke coming out, so this is supposed to be a pretty smokeless design. And also with no smoke basically means it's running efficiently. I can feel heat coming out of here, so that's pretty cool. I think once we get this cobbed and going, I see no problem getting it up to temperature. All right, so I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna stick this little grate over the hole in there and just see if I can cook up some peppers and some onions, because why waste a fire? Let's try it out. Ooh, it's hot. Thank you guys for making it this far in this video. Like I said, if you want to win one of these bells that we are making in this first firing, be sure to subscribe, leave me a comment down below, and hit the like button. And I will be picking one person to send a bell to totally free somewhere in the continental United States. So that is going to wrap up this video. If you guys want to see us put the cob work on this and start getting the interior of this kiln built out, we're gonna have a step-by-step guide, and that's gonna be next week's video. So thank you guys for watching, and go build something cool.